What's up, guys? Super stoked about this. I'm going to talk to you guys about my new Vortex Optics Summit Carbon 2. This is my first carbon tripod. Super light. It sits at 2.5 pounds in weight. And just a couple quick things, and I'm sure you guys, if you're looking this up and you're watching this video, I'm sure you already know all the specs on it. But the minimum height for this tripod is 6.3 inches, and the max height is 5.3 inches. So it sits up pretty good. And honestly, I hardly ever use my tripods at its maxed out height, just because it does get really prone to vibrate from the wind or anything like that that's going on in the environment. So I'm sure most of you guys just use it while you're glassing, you know, when you're like kneeling down or sitting down at a pretty low height. So it reduces that chance of vibration when you're filming or when you're glassing. What I have been using for the last 4 or 5 years or so is the Vortex Optics High Country, and it's an aluminum body. It actually weighs a little bit less than my new Summit, but the one thing about this is when it's fully extended, it is pretty flimsy and it vibrates really easily. And which this one is a lot more stout, even though it weighs about the same. That's what's cool about the carbon fiber. And I was actually looking at the next size up of this, but I just didn't like that the legs were a lot beefier, which I loved. The weight wasn't that much heavier than this. I can't remember what it was. I think it was just over 3 pounds. But fully compressed down, it was really tall, and I didn't want that for my pack. So that's why I went with the smaller, with the Summit. But this guy, it served me right. Don't get me wrong, and it was what I was able to afford at the time. But honestly, right out of the gate, when I purchased this, I knew right away that I was not a fan of the ball head. For me, it was really hard to adjust and find that right tension to where when I was glassing, I had a smooth rotation, and it was just like always kind of jittery and like sticking. And in the heat of the moment, you know, you don't have time to like really play around and make sure how this thing to dial it in to where it's really smooth. The other thing that I didn't like about is the plate or the attachment, the head that it came with originally. It wouldn't fit my Peak Design plates, which is Arca Swiss compatible. So the old head was not Arca Swiss compatible. Therefore, when I bought my Peak Design plate and backpack hookup, I wasn't able to use my nice Vortex tripod. So I went online on Amazon. I bought a different plate for it, or plate setup. So then it would match my Arca Swiss plate from my Peak Design. And then I also, for my Outdoorsman BINO adapter, I used the same Arca Swiss plate, so I could use it on this setup. I also have the exact same setup on my GoPro. So I wanted all the equipment I use that would attach to a tripod. I wanted all to use the same plate, which is why I went with the Arca Swiss, and I just turned everything to where it was compatible with the Arca Swiss. So like I was saying, the ball head, is it gonna work for people? 100%. Is it my favorite? Not at all. Like I said, right out of the box, I knew I was gonna be battling that. which is why I was super intrigued with the new Vortex tripods, is that they come with this pan head, which is so awesome. You know, obviously it's made for panning when you're glassing, and it works really smooth. And of course the arm adjustment right here, it's really easy to use. You just twist it to the left and it loosens it that much more. To add a little bit of tension, just rotate it or twist it to the right a little bit to tighten it. And what I notice is when you tighten it, or really when you get it loose and then you slowly tighten it, it tightens the up and down quicker than the panning part. So which is really cool because it helps you with stability, right? So when you're finally getting to the angle that you're wanting to glass, the panning left to right is still a little bit looser than the up and down, which to me, that's really cool. A really cool feature with this. So yeah, the pan head is awesome. And I've honestly was thinking to possibly put some sort of a pan head on this tripod, but the fact that it is pretty flimsy when it is fully extended to its height, I just didn't want to dump that kind of money. Because when you buy these tripods, you do a lot of the money that you spend on it's on the head. So if you guys you know, if you guys are familiar at all with the outdoorsman tripods and heads, they're extremely expensive, and that goes for any brand really. And in fact, that's what my BINO adapter is. It's an outdoorsman stud with I can't remember what this is called, but basically it's for a tripod hookup, and it's really neat. So the Summit Carbon 2 retails at $399. And locally here, there's one of our stores here is having a really good sale on everything, and I got a pretty good deal. The other thing that is really neat about the new Vortex tripods, the heads themselves, they already come compatible with the Arca Swiss plates. So this is the plate that comes with the tripod. It looks like any of the old Vortex plates. But the difference is the width of this is pretty identical. Actually, it is identical to the Arca Swiss plates. So it's Arca Swiss plate compatible right out of the gate. So unlike this one, I had to jimmy rig it myself and find a different head for it or a different receiver to receive the Arca Swiss plates. The new Vortex heads, pan heads, they already come compatible with that. And to me, that was really cool because I didn't have to change anything. It's all compatible with everything that I already have. With my GoPro, my main camera, my BINO adapter, and then of course my Vortex spotting scope. So really cool. Overall, really easy to use. Let me take these BINOs off real quick. My High Country tripod has these little clips that you undo to extend the legs out, and they're really solid. They're all intact. I've had this thing for many years. Or with the new setup, shows it right there. You just release the tension and these extend, and they all work the same way all the way down. Really cool setup. Really light, feels really stout. Really happy with the purchase. Really stoked to try this out out in the mountains. Shed season is right around the corner, and I'm just really excited to try this new tripod out, and of course for all my hunts for 2023. I'm really going to be relying on this tripod a lot, either for filming or of course for glassing. So thanks for watching the video. Hopefully this was somewhat informative for you guys. As always, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit the bell for notifications when I post another video. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.